I see people from every walk of life taking something literally and that thing affecting their life. Anybody on this side of the camera, on any platform, they're selling something, and the things they're saying, they may be true or they may have seeds of truth in them, but I'm seeing people take exactly what they're saying and put it into practice with no filter or no room for nuance. The true beauty of life is in the unexpected. It is in nuance. When we chase our own ideologies and we chase this individualism, what we all desire, we latch ourselves onto ideas. We are almost like leeches. Ideas what speak to us, and we forget about originality and nuance. Originality is the most beautiful thing, and originality always comes out of hardship, almost bullying if you like. You see it in every single schooling system. The kids would never fit in because they were very strange, and there is the children what are wanting to become adult, and the kid doesn't fit in, the one who's being bullied, because what they're doing, their behavior is perceived as freakish or immature. But what they're actually doing, they're actually just being a kid. And the kid who is being targeted and bullied doesn't really understand what he or she is doing wrong, and they're always made to feel like they don't fit in. But as we grow older, we also interestingly find out that bullies are also facing those similar problems, and there isn't necessarily this tug of war what we sort of see in movies. The beauty of originality is it's something only for your eyes. So in your relationship, something could happen, both sexually or through kindness or some event, what is entirely for you and for your life. You could be driving in some snowy hills and the car breaks down and you're having a 2-hour conversation while you're waiting for somebody to come dig you out of the snow. And in that conversation, you dig and you reach new points what you're not able to reach through these mainstream videos. And that's the problem, isn't it? It's because the true beauty of life is always hidden gems. It's always the film what the film what stays with you is always the film what you didn't expect to stay with you. You expect it to be that good. The songs you always repeat, the songs you always cherish, the songs what have hidden meanings to you. You perhaps heard that song when you was on your first date. You heard it when you was depressed, and now when you hear it again, it's this magical experience. And all those things are for you. So through the internet right now, we're all being targeted to improve our lives. We're shown ways to improve our life, and as I've said before in this channel, the ways what are being shown to us, there is truth in them. We should exercise. We should have a positive outlook. Coming from my channel, we should have a balanced view. We should not get ourselves too invested in one side or another side. But it's not really taking into account that we each have our own life to lead, and we're each gonna, if you really want to get out there, if you really want to take risks, you have to tread a path what people haven't trod before. And within that, there are many obstacles what are quite fearful. Of course, let's just say if you're climbing a high hill before, or a high mountain even, it's likely that there's a lot of people have climbed this mountain, or there's people what have climbed different mountains. However, maybe in your own family, maybe in your own friendship group, maybe in your own town, you're the first person who's climbing this mountain. Of course, the mountain I'm talking about is metaphorical as well as physical. And in doing that, you have to sort of do that alone. You have to overcome everything alone. When you have problems within your relationships, you have to overcome them alone. You have to come to the conclusion yourself. A little bit of outside help is useful. If you watch videos like this, if you watch videos about anxiety, if you watch videos about how to find yourself, whatever it is. I mean, the last one's a bit of a silly idea because you've already found yourself, if that makes any sense. But in order to carry out the things, the advice, what people are giving you, you have to it has to filter through your own advice. It has to filter through your own head, because you, having lived your life, have seen a series of colourful images what are shaping your way. You know, if you have dug somebody out of the snow before, you have a strength, and when you overcome with a situation or you doubt yourself, you have to remember back to the time you dug somebody out, and you have to lean on that and use that to then dig yourself out of the next situation. The problem with everything online, the problem with everything we're seeing is kind of surface, and people are throwing words, and the words get tangled up into pop culture. If we're talking about our body assets, they're used in cultural songs. Now, I have no problem with those songs because they're catchy and they're sort of scratching the itch of the beauty standards of our generation. But those beauty standards, of course, they come from somewhere, because once upon a time somebody said, I like my woman or my guy to have this, and then that gets into pop culture. Then we all think we need that. This is what happens. This is how we know this. This is how the trends work. And this is very unfortunate, because when you meet people, I was about to say normal people, but when you just meet people, you realize that they are extremely normal, and you realize they actually don't care about that thing. So you think you're missing something through the internet, and when you go into the real world and you meet somebody and you talk to somebody, I don't know, let's pretend I'm talking to this tree now, and this tree, the tree on my left, you can't see it, but this tree thinks I'm not worthy of talking to the tree. And the tree itself might think it's not worthy of talking to me. I know it is a tree, and they are quite mighty. And that's usually what happens when two people meet. It's usually two people, they're shooting each other down before they even meet each other. And you have to forget everything you've learned through books, even through books. I'm a big person of knowledge is key. But when you meet somebody for the first time, you have to present yourself as a human. Here we go. Got a helicopter disrupting the video. But I actually think this is the end of the video. I've covered what I want to say, that everything you're seeing on the internet is kind of unfortunate, that you're seeing it and you're letting it impact your life. Don't. Okay, have a good weekend. It's a pretty nice... That's not a helicopter. I think that's a plane. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. It's those beautiful autumn vibes, those shades of brown. It's not actually that cold. I've just got this coat on just because it's the first thing I grabbed. Okay, enjoy yourselves. Ciao.